I just want to see where this goes. Dude, I'm actually excited. Okay, not many frames, but a lot of motion. Putting on the horse aspect. Also, this song has been living in my head rent-free. Oh. Okay, one-armed. Forming the body. A claw. God damn! It's like everyone is trying to one-up each other on the illustrations for the gods being even more epic. Heading out, Invictus? Thanks for dropping in, man. Oh, he's drawn a lot more angry than the last one. For example, the previous one we just watched from Anaflamma, he was way more contained in that one and almost like he had to do it. Where this one is more initially angry, but also way more the water is the body. Oh, dude. This is so cool. Oh, and he's holding the bag of the wind already. That's right. The Cyclops you made blind is mine. No. Did he just pull out the eye of the Cyclops as the medallion? Oh, dear God. I'm left without a choice and without a doubt. Yes, the vegetables are swimming with the shark now. I gotta make you bleed. I need to see you drown. But before you go, I need to make you learn how ruthlessness is mercy upon us. Okay, this is... I've seen the other animations, and they were always playing with Poseidon as the monster jumping around on them and then drowning them in. This one is just... It's like he's just flailing wildly, but he's so powerful that even that is terrifying. It's such a different way to handle it. It's like literally fighting the ocean on this one. Oh, washing the bag out. I'm pretty sure that's the bag of the storm. Heracles. Breaking it. They're working together. You just had... Odysseus and Heracles, I'm probably saying his name wrong, working together to try and save the ship in the face of a god. I swear, the animators are adding so many layers of story to this that weren't in the song, but it's so good! I swear, at some point, there's going to be two different camps on how this goes out. One is going to be way more hopeful, but then tearing them apart, and the other is just going to be, it was always them being monsters to each other the entire time. Because I've seen so many animations at this point, and it's like, wow! This one is showing them being way more, well, friends, which makes what happens later worse. But there are other ones where it's like intentionally horrible the entire time. There's layers of context added here that aren't there, but are so freaking good. It's just... I mean, you totally could have avoided all this had you just killed my son. But no. You are far too nice. Water Cyclops. Oh. They're just showing the fact that he's putting a water illusion of the Cyclops. The water horses and the waves. God damn. And now it is finally time to say goodbye today. You die unless, of course, you apologize for my son's pain and all his cries. Poseidon, we meant no harm. We only hurt him to disarm him. Like, the moment right here where he's turning his back away. I've seen a lot of interpretations where it's not actually an answer. He apologized wrong, or the fact that he even tried to apologize was the mistake. And every animator seems to have a different take. This one is way more dismissive, turning around and not even looking. I would say this one is more in the even trying to apologize is mistake camp. And then if he gets on the broken beam to walk forward, where a few others had him working on the ship mast itself. And there's everyone in the background freaking out. Even he's looking like that. And you really cuss. That's how you say his name? Well, I'm going to miss that again. Did you? They just drew him looking so incredibly desperate because the lines under the eye. Also, the animation style here from Neil is way more buff, like muscular. There's meat on the bones. They're thicker characters, which I guess makes sense. I can't tell if he's biting his lip or just really big open mouth. Everyone looks shocked, and he's just going like, oh God, what the hell is he doing? The line between naivety and hopefulness, dismissive in the intensity. Oh, yeah. This is definitely more of an animation on the idea that even apologizing altogether was insulting. And they're drawing Odysseus figuring that out immediately. Oh, they darkened the actual image to show the storm. Oh, the eyes. And now he's going full ocean everywhere. No monster, no anything. It's just the storm itself. He just shoved his hand into the water. What have you done? When does a ripple become a tidal wave? 43 left under your command. When does a man become the dead washing away and drowning? The spear. Triton's spear on one side. And the arm controlling the ocean in the other. Because when he shoved it in, he just ran the ocean itself. The monster that always draws near. You really cuss offering support. Grabbing the wind. Last words. All I gotta do is open this bag. What? Okay. This is something I was always wondering. Why didn't you open the bag earlier on? If there's ever an actual animation that's official, I want this to be the take they use, where it was washed out and he picked it up because it was floating because it's wind. That is such a perfect little inclusion of why didn't you do it earlier? Because he couldn't. I love this. And in this one, Eurylochus actually saves Odysseus from the storm and drags him back to the boat. And yeah, he's being shown as shorter, which people in chat are saying Odysseus is supposed to be short and stocky, so yeah. The last words to the Cyclops. Or one of. That's where I've heard of them before. They did the Thunderbringer everyone's been going on about. Which is probably where we're going to end today. Oh. Yep. Next up is There Are Other Ways.
I'm not sure I follow.
This one's by Anna Flamma. Oh my. That? Oh yes, Circe playing with Odysseus's shaft. Sword shaft. Am I allowed to show this on YouTube? There are other roads to the soul. There are other actions of passion. You have so much left to learn. Dude. Want to save your men from the fire. Show me that you're willing to burn. And the color change as she's going from one way. So much power, but there's no puppets here. Love the indications they're drawing in here. Him just saying that I'm just a man, but as soon as she's hearing that, she looks like she has him, and it's both contempt and it almost looks like self-satisfaction at being able to do it. Knife.
I can't. Back at home, my wife awaits for me. She's my
Lip flaps and everything.
My Penelope, and she's all my power, but it's been 12 long years.
6 more to go. No, wait, 8. I can do math.
I've seen my wife, and now the god of tides is out to end my life.
I think he likes how things are progressing.
Grant us mercy and let us puppets leave.
Poseidon, eh? There might be a way to evade him.
I didn't know this at the time, but that line, Poseidon, eh? People have told me a lot more about the backstory between those two. Specifically, how Scylla was one of the nymphs from Circe who got fucked over by Poseidon. Granted, it also happened to a lot of other gods too, so... Whew. Yeah! So beyond him finally showing some heart, it's that they have the same, let's go with person they don't like. Ooh.
There might be a way to get home, though this other way's very
She put the dagger down.
dangerous. It might be your one final hope. I know of a brilliant prophet. Problem is this prophet is dead.
Yep.
I can't get you home, but I'll get you to the
And they showed the nymph side of her.
instead. I'll release your men and I'll get you to the underworld instead.
And this makes it very much aware she knows what she's offering him.
Wait, you're helping us?
That's a way to look at it.
Ways of persuasion. There are many modes of control. Maybe showing one act of kindness leads to kinder souls down the road.
Yeah, I don't think so. This is the part I never really got, because it seems like the entire version of Epic is showing the kindness is a flaw, the mercy is or ruthlessness is mercy on yourself. But here, Odysseus actually being a decent person is what got him past this challenge, where everything else is him losing people because he admittedly tried to outwit someone. And I haven't heard the entire musical, so actually I don't even think the entire musical is out yet, so I can't. I think it's later this month on the 24th. I definitely need to check that out.
I remember actions of passion. I have been in love once before. Maybe one day the world will need
The little pig. And the pig looks upset.
Maybe one day the world will need a puppeteer.
So much power, but there's no power.
Pigs to people.
There are other ways.
And she just singing with the little baby nymph is sad to lose the pig friend. Oh my god. I think the pig is actually blushing too. God damn it. Oh. No longer you. Whoa. Oh, yeah, no, Zimmy and Natzel? I've seen a few of theirs, and... Oh, goddamn, they're doing a lot. It's a cloak. It's a cloak. It's not like he's about to get dicked over in the underworld.
I am the prophet with the answers you seek. Time, I've unlocked it. I see past and future running free.
Oh, that's actually a really cool way to describe it, because it's a branching path. I mean, that's how some of it's been described in some theories of reality, so nice choice. No idea if they're real, but no one does. It's still just not even a theory at this point.
You're running free. There is a world where I help you get home.
I'm not entirely sure the one we saw is that world. Because help is very much a, yeah. That is not the word I would use. That is not the word.
But that's not a world I know. What? I see a song of past romance. I see the sacrifice of past.
Pretty sure that's Penelope because he has shorter hair here. For some reason, I thought that was Circe. He was like, that didn't happen. Although apparently in the interpretations where he did have a kid with Circe, it's because she tricked him into thinking he was she was Penelope. Yeah.
Romance. I see the sacrifice of
Qualities.
I see portrayals of betrayal.
Mutiny.
And a brother's final stand.
Eurylochus.
I see you on the brink of death. I see you try your final breath. I see a man who gets to make it home alive, but it's no longer you.
And we're already shown what their version of him in the future is going to look like. Okay, yeah. Yeah, for the second time this stream, I have got goosebumps on this one. God damn.
This can't be. We've suffered and sailed through the toughest.
The Cyclops and Poseidon.
Can't be. We've suffered
Yep. Blood everywhere, yeah, which is the version I think I saw.
and sailed through
Poseidon from The Ruthless, which I saw last week, and it was one of the more fucked up ones, man. He was really calm until he wasn't.
the toughest of hells. Now you tell us our efforts for nothing.
Yep. Our efforts were, but
Palace covered in red.
because he's going to kill all the suitors, that's how the story goes.
Faces of men who had long believed you're dead.
Telemachus thought Odysseus was dead. Jorge, you're not trying to foreshadow a change that maybe you're doing a family kill this one. No, I'm reading into this too much. That's not the case. It's not going to be the case. He's not making this so much more sufferable than the actual Odyssey. This is fine.
I see your wife with a man who is haunting, a man with a trail of bodies. I
You.
see a song of past romance. I see the sacrifice of man. I
Scylla, which hasn't happened yet at this point, so we're talking about the future that's about to happen.
Tales of betrayal and a brother's final stand. I see you on the brink of death.
The dead.
I see you try your final breath. I see a man who gets to make it home alive, but it's
Not you.
longer you.
Oh! Oh, that is beautiful! The entire time the face is covered up, and then the tone shift, the eye reveal, just the glow, and then him falling into the lake of the underworld. Or the river. Maybe Styx. Oh. Waking up. He fell in, and Eurylochus is the one. Or Eurylochus? I'm probably butchering his name already. Waking him up. Puppeteer? Oh, they did one as well? I don't think I've seen that. Maybe check it out later. And just him on the shore, upset and annoyed. Oh, God. Monster April Fools?
I am the monster, rah, rah, rah. I am the monster, rah, rah, rah.
The monster's dancing in the background. Obligatory 360-degree shot. Oh my God, no wonder he went insane.
I am the monster, rah, rah, rah.
Oh, man, that's actually, I think, how he was depicted in a lot of old, I guess, pottery. Happy April Fools. And Suffering. Oh, the sirens meeting them, yeah. And this one's by, oh, Zemena again. All right. Have I? Ah, good. Yeah, people told me it's because they're reading the minds, even if they don't understand it. And they do make it look like Penelope. Just, they cover the eyes a little further than I think she had. Because his ears are plugged up in this one, as opposed to where everyone else's ears are plugged up and he's tied to the mast. So the first thought of seeing his wife again is the blush. He realizes what's going to do, and then he puts on his war face, or I guess game face is more accurate.
Don't you miss me?
More than you know.
Then jump in the water and kiss me.
Penelope, I've told you this before.
He's reading her mouth, or her lips.
I'm afraid of the water.
I'll make sure that you are safe and sound. Come play with me and our daughter and let's
Dolphin.
watch our love leave the ground.
Oh, I would, but I'd be suffering, trying to float the whole time.
I would take the suffering from you.
The tips of the fingers are clawed. You saw the canines coming in earlier, I guess more fangs. Just subtle hints everywhere.
Right here, I'm just
I can take the suffering from you.
The gills, the eyes glowing.
know that I prefer
So much.
it on the ground.
And he tied himself to the mast. I'm assuming the mast at this point. Going back to the original Odyssey where that's what he did instead of that, because apparently in the original one he actually heard them flat out.
I'll take the suffering from you.
Seeing the tail.
Fine, but only
Batting
if
the
you
eyes.
answer a question or two.
Of course.
Okay, so let's say I was on the run. or hiding
The
from
little chibi version.
Poseidon, and let's say he blocked the way home with giant waves and giant storms.
Oh no.
How am I to evade him? How am I to get home? Which route should I take? Where am I supposed to go?
He will chase you high and low, so find a place he'd never go. The one way you'll get home is sailing where he's scared to roam. Oh, it's through the lair of Scylla.
6 pairs of eyes. Because this is where he realizes what the cost is. Oh, fuck, man.
This is your only way home, the lair of Scylla.
But Scylla has a cost.
Well, you asked and now you know. Now jump in the water.
Penelope, why? You know I'm too shy and
I
terrified.
would take the suffering from you.
Ooh, for you I would die, but can't you let me stay
I
dry?
can take the suffering from you.
And she has her hands clenched up, and you see the tail.
Should come onto the ship, we'll jump out the same
She's losing patience.
The suffering from you.
And the coloration around the eyes coming in.
The things I do for you.
Just hinting at what's about to happen. I'm shy. What the fuck? He has a net. Oh my god. And the very next second, because the scene change into the purple. Yeah.
Let's cut the charade. You are no wife of mine.
More work on the animation for the
You've been
mouth.
trying to take my life this whole time.
Yeah.
I know underwater there are packs of you hiding.
Yeah, I know exactly what you are. A siren.
Oh, wow. Way more fucked up looking.
My real wife knows I'm not scared of the water.
Should be.
And my real wife knows I don't have a daughter. But while you were so focused on turning my men into snacks.
Dude, he's getting the Hermes treatment. And considering people pointed out that he is literally the grandson of Hermes. Yeah, that makes sense.
You didn't notice that your friends got snatched.
What?
We are a different beast now. We are the ones who feast now. No more of us deceased, cause we won't take more suffering from you.
Well, not from them.
We are the man-made monsters. We are the ones who conquer.
And he put the cape on.
Regret no longer. We won't take more suffering from you. We've been away from home for about 12 years or so. First we slayed in our own war, and now we're here with more foes.
Debatable on some of them. Poseidon, the Cyclops, Wind God. I can never remember the name. Aeolus. And she's even smiling and waving because admittedly, she fucked him over more than anyone. Debatable, but Odyssey? No. In this one, yes. Most of the Odyssey wasn't actually a god that did it. And then Circe, who's just kind of looking on and passive. Trials to pass. Oddly enough, Circe's the only one they actually succeeded.
I realized nearby there were sirens singing sailors to their dooms. We fill
Earwax.
with beeswax.
Oh, beeswax.
Resist your song. You pretended to be my wife, so I just played along. I read your lips and phrases, scanning for information. Sirens know about every route and horizon. Now I know how to get back to my island. We are a different beast now. We are the ones who feast now. No more of us.
Feast now?
We won't take more suffering from you. We are the man-made monsters.
I want to double check something quickly. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. It's not just them. Apparently the big thing is the shadow person with the glowing scribble eyes. It's just how everyone seems to be representing the monster.
We are the ones who conquer. You are a threat no longer. We won't take more suffering from you.
Spare us. Oh, spare us, please.
Why? So you can kill the next group of sailors in this part of the sea? Nah, you wouldn't have spared me. I made a mistake like this. It almost cost my life. I can't.
I mean, technically, you did the same thing with Circe and it worked.
Take more risks of not seeing my wife. Cut off their tails. We're ending this now. Throw their bodies back in the water. Let them
I mean, okay, yeah, I paused at the right point. He's going full Hermes on this one.
drown.
Also, people pointed out that the way Jorge is talking about the tails, I thought it was just the tip. It was like, okay, is that going to kill them? Apparently, he meant in half, which is like, yeah, that would kill them. Yeah, that would do it. Also, because the version he's using might be unable to breathe without the lower half. So not only are they literally bleeding out, they're suffocating at the same time, unable to call for help. Yeah! Yeah, just flat out showing it. Way more vicious. Still think the head would have been a better choice. Oh yeah, the lower half is provisions though. And thus we see the siren running into the problem with being horrible to your enemies. They're horrible back. Oh shit, we're near the end. We got 2 copies of Scylla. One's from Zimian, or Ximena, sorry. I don't know why I always butcher names. And then from Gigi, which I think just came out. Whew. And Harkin saying 6 of them tied and Scylla would be golden for them. Yeah, but that's assuming Scylla wouldn't pass them over and kill the crew instead. Don't know. She might fuck with them the same way Poseidon did. Because she could kill more than 6. How are they going to handle this one?
You're quiet today.
Because he knows what he's about to do. Eurylochus doesn't.
Not much to say.
Oh. And now I know that that's Scylla speaking or singing. I didn't realize her saying "we are the same" was the initial first sentence she had out beyond deep down. It was, or not the first, but one of. So she knows immediately that she's given proof of passage or payment for passage. And the rest is showing off.
While you were asleep.
Leaving them feeling betrayed, breaking the bonds that you've made.
And she's flat out telling him exactly what's going to happen. It's like, oh yes, you're a monster as well. Explaining exactly how mutiny comes up right after this.
So sorry.
There is no price we won't pay.
Forgive me.
We both know what it takes to survive.
See, this is very different than the last one I saw. For example, when you go back on this, it's Odysseus looking in, smiling, closing his eyes because he still knows what's going to happen. But when you come over to, let's see. Yep. Scylla from Pit Bow Pixel, which admittedly, did I see this one? No, I think that was the previous one. Ah, here we go. Survive, Storm, luck runs out. No, I guess that was one of the initial ones. Yeah, Scylla. This version was way darker. That's the one I initially saw, so my interpretation was Odysseus is aware of what's going on and brutally condemning them all. Where this one is more regretful because he knows what price he has to pay. The interpretation is very different on this. Especially since it almost looks like he is forgiving him of it, but also because, yeah, you betrayed me, and I'm about to do the same back. And Scylla's just rubbing that in by saying, deep down, you're the same, you'll do anything. You're betraying them. You know it. You're still doing it. In canon, Odysseus, or no, canon Odysseus, in the Odyssey itself, the initial book, because it's so long ago now, canon doesn't matter. He just basically YOLO'd it, and those who died, died. Yeah. Admittedly, it's just as fair as anything else. They didn't try and fight, which would be the big mistake.
It takes to survive.
And he still feels like shit. What's that? Mist? Because Odysseus knows what's about to happen. You're drawing him smiling because Odysseus spoke to him again. And he's taking it as I was forgiven, but Odysseus looks like he's in pain because he's basically giving his second in command the command to make the sacrifices. And he still has Eurylochus with it.
Something approaches.
Eurylochus.
Hello.
Oh, that's... They drew Scylla the same way Poseidon was drawn in... What was it? I think it was... Which one was it that I saw that was drawn? Yeah. In Gigi's version of Ruthlessness, that's how she drew Poseidon as this type of monster. Dude. The 6 heads, but they're all fish heads instead of her heads. And he's aware of what's about to happen. Oh, God. The smile.
Run for your life.
I still think it says run, not row. And it says R for your life. Oh, apparently captions always work. He didn't even try and run on that one. He just knew what would happen. He made the cost. Oh, they're showing him actually being haunted by what he's having to do here. Yeah, this is a way more impactful version. Anonymous, officially it says row for your lives. That would make sense, but I swear every time I hear it, it sounds like run for your life to me. Not a big deal. It doesn't really change it either way. But damn, does it just hit. And they dilate the music, making it sound less personable. Them on the ship, covered in blood. Oh, this is somehow even more freaky. The version I saw initially was just her playing with him, and this one is just having fun with it. And now he has the glowing white eye like the monsters did. When he was monstrous, he had it too. Wait, there's another monster animation? Oh, God. There are so many. Now we get Gigi's. This came out, 4 days ago? For some reason, I thought it was just yesterday. Warning, gore and scary stuff. Never would have guessed. How is she going to animate this one?
The lair of Scylla.
Okay.
This is our
Oh, hedgehog landing on the top of the ship. Neat. Vultures for the blood.
You're quiet today.
I think there's a skull in the background. The shift into the dark. Water dropping down. Oh, actually showing people rowing. Oddly enough, I haven't seen that much. The bones floating. Oh. Dead everywhere.
I opened the wind bag while you were asleep.
Leaving them feeling betrayed.
And him not realizing until now. And not even looking back. Oh, this is a version of him that feels more betrayed than the others. First one, it was him feeling vindictive. Second one was him feeling remorseful but necessary to do the horrible thing. And this one just feels like he's getting gut punched right before he's doing something. It's such a simple change in animation, but they seem very different.
There is no price we won't.
Oh. They brought Scylla in really fast, visibly, not just audibly. And she looks kind of like freaky big-eyed, like the Ring Girl, but interesting choice.
Forgive me.
We both know what it takes to survive.
Be a monster.
We only care for ourselves.
Humilgus, light up 6 torches.
It was said earlier that fighting would be a terrible idea here. Not so much here, but the knowledge that they would not be able to survive the fight. So Gigi has him specifically reach for his sword, and as he does it, Odysseus gives him a command that keeps him from fighting. Which both saves everyone else's lives, but also sets up the sacrifices. Because if they fought, they would all die.
6 torches.
Deep down, we're lonely demons.
Oh, we're seeing from Scylla's perspective. Because she's seeing the heat.
Light up 6 torches.
Deep down, we're lonely demons from hell.
Captain,
Yeah. Yeah, she's going for the heat source, which is why it's happening.
Hello.
Oh! Oh, that is disturbing. The body changing as it progresses. Moray eel heads. And the head underneath the head. And it's gone full monster the entire way. With the hair still remaining, but the face receding. And he had his Moray eel head. Oh, dude. And I know, again, it says row. I still hear run. I don't know why. Also, I want to see that animation again. That is like the stretching of the neck. And the face recedes. And the eye slides down. Or slides down. That she is full monster. Eating the heat source. Looking more like a hydra with the human legs. Also, getting the full body picture here. The most monstrous version. Yeah, this one is more of a hydra with a human body. Because you can see there's almost hands down here and arms with how they're bent. And it almost looks like legs. Oh. This is definitely the most monstrous version. Oh, no, it's... Yeah, still human hands, human torso, although it looks like the skin is also the clothing. Oh, wow. Oh, God. And the hair is still receding back from the monstrous fish head. Oh. And it makes sense that they're singing from multiple mouths in here. That's why it has the overtones. And there's an arm. Putting away this. The guy who picked it up. Showing that she's still singing from the mask of a human underneath the monstrous, or overneath the monstrous faith. Oh. Blood everywhere. You can see him. Yeah. Oh, and they're actually studying more eels on this one. Makes sense. Random eel sketches I did while preparing for this video. Yeah. Oh. We are on the last two. From Meggie Illustrates and Neil Illustrator. Mutiny and Thunderbringer. I've actually heard a lot about this version of Thunderbringer, so I'm very excited. And moderately terrified. Flashing lights and animal deet? Not the deet. Whoa, he has a big nose on this one. From Scylla, yeah.
Tell me you did not know that would happen. Say
Yeah.
you didn't know how that would end.
They're doing a lot of highlighting on this one, which is a skill I appreciate because I can never seem to do it correctly.
Look me in the eyes and tell me, Captain, that you did not just sacrifice 6 men. Use your wits to try and say I'm crazy and mad.
I love the facial features they're giving him. Like the disdain right here versus anger. And then switching into like almost mocking, because that's the thing Odysseus does. He doesn't think out a plan. He uses wits. The one time he actually planned ahead was literally Scylla.
Try and say I'm crazy and mad. That this is all some trick the gods have sent.
Nope.
Tell me you did not miss home so painfully bad that you gave up the lives of 6 of our friends.
Technically, he gave up way more than that. There was, what, 500 some people when Poseidon took him down, so a lot more people.
When we fought the Cyclops, you were quick to hatch a plan. And when we fought with Circe, it was you who left behind no man.
Yeah, and it worked. And he wasn't a monster, and it actually worked. And he took the wrong lesson, which was also Cersei getting rid of him.
When we saw this monster, we didn't take a stand. We just ran. Say something! I can't! Then you have forced my hand.
There's a lot of morality in this. And frankly, if there's one thing I've been pointed out, the community is very divided on this because a lot of people are on one side, but there's also a very contingent side on the other. Essentially, that Odysseus was wrong, Odysseus was right, Eurylochus was wrong, Eurylochus was right. And the animation's all the same, slightly different. The first one I saw for Scylla was very much Odysseus knew what he was doing, and he was like, fuck it, they're dying, I'm okay with this. Where the others I've just seen now are more along the line of, I have to and I don't want to do this, or I have to and we're going to do it regardless. And they're very different in how they're touched. This one, the interpretations really do change, the morality. I think the base song was a little more Odysseus is in the right because he has to, but I want there to be an official animation at some point just so I could figure out what the hell was the initial intention. Because I've seen so many other takes, it's hard to see.
No can do. You miss your wife so bad you drain the lives of your own crew.
Yeah! That happens next.
Brother, you know you'd have done the same.
Also, the brother thing I thought was just him being pedantic or because they were friends. No, people pointed out. Brother-in-law. His sister's wife, or sorry, husband, his sister's husband. They're literally family.
If you want all the power, you must carry all the blame.
I mean, that is how it works. I think it's the crew in the background. Showing them actually fight.
I am not letting you get in my way.
Yeah.
My brothers, why?
Now, this was just more pedantic.
Are we supposed to trust you now? Now your time has come, your luck's run out. Now the time has come to shut you down. You relied on wit, and then we died on it. Whoa.
The thing about that line is it's not wrong. They died because of his wit. Various interpretations over literally thousands of years. The Romans hated him for it. The Greeks, I think most of them loved him for it. This one, I think, loves and hates him in equal measure. And if that's where it ended, it wouldn't be so bad. But what comes next with the bulls,
Head. Where are
they're
we?
doomed as soon as this part happens. Oh God, fluffy cow.
Some island, the first one we found. It's bursting with cows, just roaming around, begging us to eat. So much meat, and hunger is so heavy.
Honestly, if this wasn't the part that came immediately after the initial mutiny, they probably would have been in the right because they didn't kill him. Stabbing him? Yeah, that would be bad. But, I mean, at home in Ithaca, everyone already thought he was dead. Him being dead when they actually got back would not have bothered them. And there's a very good chance Poseidon would have let them go because the one he wanted dead is already gone. Doubt it. Because, I mean, vengeful Dick would still kill them for good measure for all I know. But maybe not, I don't know. It didn't come up, so it didn't matter. But what they're about to do here dooms them.
The god of the sun, don't know.
Okay, I think they're drawing Apollo on this one, but it should be Helios at this time. Because I think the last one also was Helios as well. Apollo only became the god of the sun when he was syncretized by the Romans, and since this is Greek, that wouldn't be the case. And they're referring to him as Odysseus, not Ulysses, so it's still the Greek version.
Don't know where it's from, but here's where we found all these cows to hunt. Right in front, and hunger is so heavy.
Oh, he's rubbing the cow's head, and it's laughing. We're not laughing, enjoying it.
About to do what I think you'll do.
Yeah.
Odie we're never gonna get to make it home. You know it's true.
You don't know that's true. This is the home of the sun god.
I'm starving, my friend.
But if you
Have you tried
kill his
fishing?
cattle, who knows what he'll send. This
Wouldn't
is
even
the
kill
home
them. They're
of the
immortal. It just
sun
caused
god.
pain.
Tired, my friend.
But we're so close to home, this can't be where it ends.
How much longer must I suffer now?
Matthew Daughtry in the chat said, the story is the evolution of leadership, and this is the bit where Odysseus learned and his crew did not. And I would agree with that completely. I even remember thinking that in the first time I saw it because of what happens next.
How much longer must I push through?
Because he sees the mistake they're about to make.
Must I go?
Because the initial problem with the Cyclops was also caused by them hunting where they shouldn't have and killing someone's friend, which started the problem with the Cyclops. Also, they probably have plenty of fish left over from all the sirens. That's a little dark, though.
Like this, when people die like this,
And he's making the same mistake all over again by slaughtering a god's friend. Well, failing to slaughter in this case. And Odysseus knows they're making a mistake again. And unlike Odysseus when he had the refrain, I'm just a man, but he pulled himself out against Circe, he doesn't.
Lycus, no!
And he freed his arm just in time. And they're dead.
You've doomed us all, Eurylochus!
Captain,
We need to get away from this island now! Grab an oar with all the strength your arms allow! These cows were immortal. They were the sun god's friends.
Oh, the statue moved.
Piss them off. Who do you
Dude.
think he'll send? Full speed ahead. Full speed ahead. Faster. Full speed ahead. Faster.
Probably the last time we hear full speed ahead.
We're too late.
Yep. They killed my cow. Although technically they were immortal. This one seems to be showing it as actually dead, where the other one is more, it's still alive, it just hurt. And finally, we have Neil Illustrator's Thunderbringer. Goddamn, that's a very buff version of Zeus. I wasn't entirely sure the first time because I thought for some reason he was sending himself and Helios, and then it looked like Zeus. I was confused, but no, it was flat out Zeus, because apparently there's a mini song where Helios would go and blackmail Zeus to say, I will bring the sun into hell, Hades, unless you do this. So that's just a thing. And Fabio, that's why it said deet at the beginning. It wasn't a full death. That is actually a really good point. I'm going to stand by that interpretation. Oh. Been looking forward to it and also terrified of this one. Thunderbringer. Did they really do the AC/DC font? They did. They actually did. Oh, wow. The island is beautiful. Revealing himself in the lightning in the storm. Oh, that is beautiful. Taking form through the clouds.
pride is a damsel in distress.
Wait. Okay, one, Zeus using that specific metaphor still sounds wrong. I'm pretty sure I mentioned that before, but is it just me, or does that kind of look like Penelope and how she's been drawn with the hair up in a bun? Oh, yeah, probably is just because the idea of Zeus manhandling Odysseus' wife is something he would definitely do.
Hiding away where only I can undress.
Yeah!
Trials she cannot to confess. In the end, It's all the same once I apply all the pressure.
Ripping apart the illusion.
Through the ringer, know her, I'm the judgment's call, the one who makes her kingdom fall. Lightning.
Actually, it probably is exactly Penelope now that I listen about that. Her kingdom fall, killing Odysseus. Yeah. That was definitely an illusion of Penelope he was ripping apart.
Wield her, use and gild her, show her what she can't conceal, for true nature will be revealed.
And of course, he's singing about pride, but he's, at least in the animation, showing Penelope. God damn.
Tell me, Odysseus, if I were to make you choose.
God damn. I thought the previous version of Zeus was smug as hell. But this one is way more.
Odysseus, if I were to make you choose.
You are not ready. Now choose.
The lives of your men and crew or your own, why do I think they lose? Enlightened
Because you've already given the choice once.
since hunger was far too great. I wonder who'd take the weight of the damned and suffer a gruesome fate to the thunder bringer, here to bring your ears until you're dead.
Showing that he's throwing lightning at them and missing intentionally until he isn't. This is showing so much worse because he's just missing because he hasn't made Odysseus choose to let them die yet. Granted, there was only ever going to be one outcome, but he's giving Odysseus the illusion that he has a choice on this one.
For you have passed your prime, sublime you for your act of crime.
And yeah, that is the second time. Because that is exactly what he does in Horse and the Infant. God damn.
Choose. Someone's gotta die today, and you have got the final say.
Because it's funny to make you choose.
You or your crew. Please don't make me do this. Don't make me do this.
Because it's the second time he's had to make this choice because of Zeus. And the first one, Zeus was almost apologetic. In this one, not anymore. In the previous version of Thunderbringer, let's see, yep, where was it? Yeah, by Duvet Box, which was terrifying, but really cool. There was a moment at the end where Odysseus was animated smiling because Eurylochus, I already forgot how to say his name, damn it, pushed him out of the way, and that both reassured Odysseus that he was making the right choice and also resolving himself of the sin of letting them die. Because at the last choice, his friend and brother saved him, or made Act 2 save him. I don't know if that animation is going to be in this one as well, because that was an animation choice as opposed to a line in the song. And Zeus just doing the illusion again. Oh, that's such a great little take. Everyone else being mad and drawing the swords, and him not doing that, and just seeing his brother-in-law, seeing the illusion of his wife, and knowing the choice that's about to be made, but he doesn't seem as angry as the rest. The irony, of course, I just got that. When he was last given the line, "Take the suffering from you," he turned it down and saved his crew. And this time he's taking them up on the offer, is what's implied. And now his crew dies. And Zeus knows the outcome, just letting him say it.
Captain?
I have to see her.
But we'll die.
I know.
Oh, that is so dickish! Not what Odysseus said, but like that little animation of Zeus. Right here, right here. Wait for it. Right when he says, I know.
I know.
And he smiles. Oh, God. They are making this so... smug dick playing with mortals. That's basically Zeus. But they're... Neil, you son of a... You got my subscription on that one. That is such a great detail. And everyone else is running for it to fight. And he isn't even raising his sword. They all have their weapons straight at him. He's not even throwing it, he's just dropping the ball of lightning on him. A blast of everyone but him. Where the previous one showed some acceptance of the past, that what was happening. Eurylochus doing that. Eurylochus. This one is just him making a choice and hating himself for it. This one actually feels way more painful. Neil Illustrator did a great job at putting everything in there, throwing it in, making Zeus so over the top and JoJo-esque, specifically early season JoJo as opposed to later season JoJo. But then... it's still the most dark ending because all you see is just him biting his lip and crying and knowing that everyone around him is just gone without that little bit that the other animation I saw for Thunderbringer had, where there was like that relief that he finally made a choice and that his brother-in-law did try to save him at the end, because that was an animation choice, not a song choice. So I was wondering if that was going to change, and it did. And this is basically confirming that when the Wisdom Saga drops next, I think at the end of this month, I'm going to listen to that without any of the animatics and then see the animatics, because my perception of this entire musical is so defined by how I'm experiencing the animatics, and they have so many differences in how people are interpreting them that they almost mean completely different things and have very different intentions and meanings altogether. So I need to hear the music blatantly the first time around without any other source to get an idea of what I think before going into all of the others. I didn't think I would need to do that, but just seeing all these variations Saddlebag has pulled together, it's definitely indicated I have no choice on this. I need to hear the original before seeing anything, because it does change the experience to a massive degree. Saddlebag, thank you again for pulling this playlist together. Neil and everyone else who's been on this, they've done an amazing job. If you guys haven't, I'll leave a link below to the playlist when this video is live and not just a live stream. And yeah, hit it up. For everyone else who's here live, neat. I'm going to end this video here because this has been back and forth on a lot of emotions today. I mean, from social anxiety with Super Eye Patch Wolf to hand plates, man. Dear God. And then all the feels in this. Ugh. I'm glad we had some interesting things between them, because Doug and Animator vs. Anime had helped. But yeah, this was a lot. Still fun as hell, and honestly, getting to talk to everyone, it really makes this way more interesting and engaging. And I like it. But for everyone watching live, neat. I'm going to sign this video off. So yeah, links below. Hit them up. And I'll see you guys in the next one.